I've never been a soft and submissive type of girl. Blame it on the areas in my chart, blame it on childhood trauma, doesn't really matter, but I'm dominant and aggressive. Honestly, I love that about myself. I just feel like it's made dating very difficult for me. I didn't even go on what I would consider a real date until I was 24, so that was about 2 years ago. And I understand the fact that men have no idea what to do with me because I give off really confident, aggressive energy, but then I'm really soft and shy and dainty and sweet when it comes to love. It's very confusing for us both. I don't really have it in me to stroke random men's egos or to look like a damsel in distress to get attention or to play dumb or make myself smaller. I like being the way that I am. I just hate the fact that my confidence is always deemed as intimidating or overly masculine. Like, why can't I be confident and aggressive and dominant and be feminine at the same time?
You're like a born loner or an alpha female. Like, you don't need people to be there to make you feel included because you've always been excluded your entire life. People are afraid of your energy. People are intimidated by your energy. And you tend to be the outcast in a lot of situations. And because of that, you feel totally at peace being alone, traveling alone, eating alone, sleeping alone, being alone. So whoever you choose to have in your presence, in your energy, they are chosen. They're literally chosen because you would rather just be
Being an alpha female is not an insult. It's a compliment. She is pro-woman. She cultivates a life she enjoys. She makes her move. She doesn't put herself down. She desires a partner, not a boyfriend. She calls people out. She knows when to walk away. She doesn't compete for attention. She creates her reality. She invests in herself. She dares to go for it. She knows the life she lives may be intimidating, but she lives it anyway.
And this is why even low-value males are avoiding alpha females in 2022. Man, so much to unpack here, guys, especially with some of these simps on TikToks. I think this guy has got to be the biggest one, right? Especially when it comes to these, with simping for these women. I mean, this guy has absolute nerve. Before I even get into this, guy has absolute nerve wearing that cross, wearing that crucifix, which is a sign of Christianity, while sitting here and pedestalizing the female. And as it says in the scriptures, the woman is not to lead the man, right? And you're not to pedestalize the feminine over the masculine, which this guy is clearly doing, because it will lead to destruction of society out there. It will lead to the breakdown of society, which we currently see happening today, in case you don't believe me. And this guy is helping to lead that, so how dare this guy even wear that cross? He doesn't deserve to, at least until he re-educates himself, okay? Because this society does not work without men. See everything behind me here as the sun blares down? Eiffel Tower, Paris, hotel, all these this incredible scenery and architecture behind me, all built by men, all designed by men, all created by men. This cell phone that I'm using to record this coaching video, designed and created by a man. This platform, that platform that this guy is using to simp for women, created by men. The same platform that these chicks are talking about how they're boss babes and boss girls and alpha females. Well, if you're that strong, how come you haven't created your own platform yet? Why didn't you create an all-woman platform? Oh, because you can't. Because you would have by now. No, so let me use this man's platform to talk about how I hate guys who are mansplainers, how I'm an alpha female, how we don't need men, you need a man like a fish needs a bicycle, all this other stuff, while you're sitting here on a platform that was created by men, broadcasting on a phone created by a man, using the internet created by a man, and Wi-Fi created by a man. Talk about massive hypocrisy. Okay, but this guy here, like many others like him, coming up with their 5-point bullshit bullet point list about this is what an alpha female. First of all, she's pro-woman. It's like, okay, already that tells you right there, there's a huge bias. So she's pro-woman. What about men? Screw men? They don't count? They don't matter? What about children? Do they matter? Is this all about the woman? Okay, everything about this whole hashtag, this whole term, alpha female, do not be fooled, guys. It's all about narcissism. Okay? It's all about themselves. It's not about the people or the value they bring into the world or, the lives they change. No, it's all about me. I'm a boss girl. I'm alpha female. If you don't like it, screw you. If you don't like it, I'm going to have you canceled. I'm going to have you thrown off the platform. Some alpha female, dude. Some alpha female. And then he talked about his list. She cultivates a life she enjoys. She makes her move. She doesn't put herself down. She desires a partner, not a boyfriend. She calls people out. She knows when to walk away. Dude, basically this list is of what pretty much everybody out there does on a daily basis, but we don't need a term for it. We don't have such low self-esteem. We're not so fragile and insecure with ourselves where we need to create a hashtag or a term for it, and we need to use simps like yourself to go out there and propagate this. No, because most people are healthy and secure with themselves and are grown adults. We don't need to use this term to describe shit that we do every single day. Okay? Especially men. Men don't have terms like this. We don't have people patting us on the back and validating us 24/7. No, we just go out there and grind. We just go out there and crush it. We just go out there and try to make things happen and do the best we can without any, congratulations or praise or, accolades from anyone, right? Nobody's out there praising us. Nobody. But when it comes to women, oh man, the whole world is designed. It's foam padded so women can't fail. It's almost like if you do fail as a woman, then what are you doing wrong? Because everything out there is designed to make sure you succeed and make sure we fail. As guys, everything is designed to make sure that the quotas keep us down, oppress us, hold us back, while we lower the standards so we could get more women in here. Right? Tell me I'm wrong. Right? So the fact that there's even a term for this is insane. But don't be fooled, guys. I mean, because you'll hear a lot of these, like, quote-unquote alpha females and their simp organizers constantly be like, oh, if you can't handle, you have to be a strong man to handle an alpha female. You really have to be secure with yourself, and it's like, no, dude, you don't. I mean, because if you just do your own research on this topic and look at the chicks who hashtag this, watch their videos, and you tell me if they look like somebody that you would even want to have a friendship with. 99.9% of the time the answer is no. Why? Because they're completely self-centered, self-absorbed, narcissistic, conceited beyond belief, and just not cool people to hang out with. When you hang out with someone, you want to spend your time around somebody, you want to be with somebody who's chill, somebody who's easygoing, somebody that you can have a back and forth conversation with. Not somebody who's like, all about me, and talks about how great they are 24/7. That's called arrogance, which most of these alpha females are. I mean, I'm just going to call it like I see it. Every single video that I've seen, based on what I watched, was just a massive display of narcissism and arrogance and unearned, right? And I'm saying it, unearned demand for respect. For what? You didn't do anything, you didn't accomplish anything, and on top of that, you're a terrible person, right? Which most of them, just based on what I saw, what I was watching, the few videos that I did I watched a lot of them, but based on what I watched, a lot of them were not pleasant people. They had like this air of superiority, and it's like, why? What did you accomplish? Who are you in the world, right? I mean, it's insane, like the amount of just boasting and self-importance, and the amount of disdain for just other people. It's like, dude, who do you think you are? And so this is why not only high value guys are avoiding alpha females in 2022, but even low value guys are, for the simple fact that nobody wants to put up with that. And no, it's not because we're intimidated, it's not because we're not secure with ourselves, it's because we value our time. Okay? It's because we are smart enough to see through the horse shit of that woke speak called alpha female, right? It's because we're able to see through that and what that really means. Just like when somebody tells you, oh, like some female tells you, I'm strong and strong and independent. We know what that means is, guys, it means that you are not going to make a good partner. It means that you are going to make everything about you versus us. It means that you are likely selfish, unpleasant to be around, and overbearing. Okay, but make no mistake, the woke mob out there wants to gaslight you into believing like, oh, if you can't tolerate her in your life, you're not strong enough, you're too weak, and all this. It's like, no, dude, it's because I don't want to go nuts. Okay, it's because there are other people out there who are much more fun, much more cool, and much more pleasant to hang around. And they don't go around hashtagging themselves alpha female. They just go about their lives and they do what they do. Right? Plenty of women out there, going out there, grinding, doing their jobs, building businesses, making things happen that are not, so insecure with themselves where they need a term to describe that. So when the woke mob tries to tell you like, oh, you're too insecure for a strong woman, it's like, no, you're too insecure for a man who doesn't want you. Right? You can't just accept the fact that nobody wants to be around you. You don't even have female friends. A lot of these girls, they don't even have female friends because nobody wants to be around that, right? Male or female, nobody wants to put up with your attitude. You're just no fun, man. You suck, right? I mean, I don't know how else to put it, but it's like, dude, you can't blame, but I can't even say that because that's what narcissists do, right? They blame shift. Narcissists do not take accountability for anything they are doing wrong. It's always someone else's fault, right? It's always someone else's fault. It's never their own. And this is why I say it's a waste of time to befriend somebody like that or even have somebody like that in your life because they will always gaslight you into believing it's your fault when it is theirs. This is a common trait of somebody who's a narcissist, right? This is why they're just dreadful to have in your life on any level. Even if you work with them, you're not even friends, and you have to work with somebody like that, man, it's dreadful, right? It like makes work not fun to come in because you have to deal with this person. You have to see this person. You're like, this person, and you're just ready to tear your eyes out because you know this person has just zero self-awareness and they can't even see what a detestable person that they are, right? It's like they still think they're great, alpha female, boss girl, and it's like, dude, you haven't accomplished jack shit in life. Why are you that? Because I am hashtag empowering other women. It's like, no, dude, that's the difference between like modern women and normal people. Is like normal people, male or female, know that you can't get anything in this world unless you earn it, including respect, okay? Especially men. We don't get respect unless we do something. We don't just go out there and chest pound and demand that everybody respect us because we have a penis, even though we should be respected for everything we built out there, right? Everything you see out here, built by men. See that pool? Built by men. Everything you see. Okay, everything you see, even in this room, man, everything here, built by men. All the clothes you're wearing, built by men. I mean, even tampons were invented by men. So, yeah, it's just insane. It's just insane, like these chicks, like alpha female, like the most unappealing personalities on the planet gravitate towards this hashtag. Right? I'm not even kidding when I say that. The most miserable, unappealing, distasteful, sour personalities on the planet all gravitate towards hashtags like that. Right? Like alpha female, girl boss, boss girl, because they're the ones who are really weak. They're the ones who are really insecure with themselves. Because they need like a term to describe something that most people out there who are secure with themselves just do, okay? We don't need a term for that. We don't need any validation. We don't need a pat on the back. And we certainly don't need a nation of simps on TikTok, doing our bidding for us. Like, so much for strong and independent. You need all these simps to do your bidding for you. And all these men that you manipulate into, like, holding sex over their heads. Like, I'll give you this if you just, do our dirty work for us and just do our heavy lifting. It's like, no. And if these chicks were really alpha and really secure with themselves, then maybe they wouldn't have to inflate their lips to this gigantic proportion where it looks ridiculous and you start to look like a duck. Maybe you wouldn't have to wear these 10-inch fake ash eyelashes or get these fake ass hair extensions that don't blend. Oh yeah, I know that term. That don't blend and look very, very obvious, or buy $1,500 Louis Vuitton purses and lease cars that you can't afford. Yeah, if you were that secure with yourself, you wouldn't need to do all that, would you? Especially the lip. Oh my gosh, it's just insane. Like every single chick I see, like propagating this alpha female stuff, is just massively insecure with herself with the duck lips and the Botox and the collagen and the fake hair extensions, the fake like Lee press-on nails that look like they're working in a massage parlor in the middle of Hong Kong. I mean, it's just, dude, you have to just admire the massive amount of hypocrisy and the massive amount of cognitive dissonance going on with these chicks, man.